Fiona arrives at Alina's school, gives her a hug goodbye, and leaves once Alina is out of the car. Alina enters the building, and as soon as she does, everyone looks at her like they had just saw a ghost or something. Alina feels a bit awkward due to all the eyes staring at her as she goes to her locker. Water Lily walks up to her with a smile. "Hey, you're famous," she says. "What?" "Yeah, you're going viral on social media." Alina sighs softly. I'm not sure how I feel about everyone knowing about my magic incident. I mean, what if they think I'm weak or something, or they learn I don't know how to use or control my magic? Don't worry about that. They're not even really talking about your magic incident. They're mainly just talking about that wolf girl you met. Alina looks at Water Lily confused. Ruby? Why are they talking about her? Oh, many reasons. She's a werewolf, she's awesome, she saved you. Oh, and she's an elemental. An LOL? An elemental. They're were-beings who have elemental magic. Oh, elemental magic meaning like fire, water, air, and earth? Yep. You're a water fairy. Wouldn't that make you an elemental too? Alina asks. No, us fairies are supposed to have things like elemental magic because we are considered elemental spirit creatures. Elemental were-beings are things like werewolves, were-cats, were-foxes, etc. who have elemental magic. Well, you said were-foxes. Does that include kitsune? Oh, no. Kitsune are meant to have powers like that because they're considered fox spirits. So not all were-beings have magic? Well, were-beings usually have abilities like super speed and stuff, but they don't normally have actual spell magic like we do. Oh, I get it now. So are elemental were-beings like rare to find or something? Well, I wouldn't say that they're rare necessarily. They're just uncommon. Oh, it's just amazing that Ruby helped you out the way she did. I don't think anyone will ever stop talking about that, Water Lily says with an excited shriek as she jumps up and down. Wait, so if this isn't about me, then why were they staring at me when I walked in? Alina asked with a curious expression. Well, that's because you're the lucky one. You interacted with an elemental were-being without having to track her down or find her yourself. People do that? Oh, it's not violent or bad or anything. It's just people get excited when they hear that elemental were-being show themselves, so they track them down to simply have a conversation with them. Oh, okay. Alina closes her locker once she has all the stuff she needs for today put in her bag. The bell to go to class then rings, and both Water Lily and Alina go to their separate homeroom classes. Alina gets through her homeroom pretty smoothly. People were kind of staring at her more than usual, but it didn't bother her too much as she was just focused on the teacher and minding her own business. Alina gets through the rest of her morning classes. Everyone was still staring at her all morning, but Alina isn't one to complain, and she just ignored it. Alina does wonder why it's such a big deal to have an elemental were-being talk to you on their own, however, she just brushes it off. In the afternoon, Alina enters gym class where they play magic games and exercise their skills. The gym coach, Coach Lana, explained what they were doing today at the beginning of the class, and they started to play a game called Sky Chase. Sky Chase is a game where you go outside and throw a ball in the sky. The ball flies around like it has a mind of its own, and you separate into teams, and whichever team captures it wins. The tricky part is you can't catch it with your hands. You can only use your magic and the skills and techniques you learned that day. Alina honestly loves this game. This game really helped her discover different abilities, and she loved practicing them. Alina's team was winning and they were having a great time, but in the middle of the game, a group of 3 dark kitsune girls shows up and walks towards the class. The middle woman had long, straight, dark purple hair, purple kitsune fox ears, and she had piercing dark purple eyes, and her outfit was a very revealing Reputation bodysuit that was a shade of dark purple that almost looks black. She was wearing purple earrings shaped like stars, and she had a gorgeous purple necklace on that was made of crystals besides the chain that connected them all together. She had a smile that was very sadistic and very sinister and would send a chill down your spine. The woman on her left was a woman with long, straight black hair with black fox ears and bright red ruby eyes. She was also wearing a Reputation bodysuit that was black, but she was wearing a short black skirt with it that covered the bottom of the bodysuit and that stopped at the bottom of her butt. She was also wearing a necklace, and it had a black string and a long black crystal attached to it. Her expression looked soft and almost kind, but it was practically an instinct to not go near her. The third woman on the right had long, straight white hair pulled into a ponytail and had long white fox ears and long white 3 fox tails, and she also had bright red ruby eyes. She was wearing a red and white warrior top with a short black skirt and short black boots. She carried a long katana at her side that was in a white buckled black sheath. This woman had a very serious expression on her face, and she was clearly some sort of kitsune warrior. The two with darker hair didn't have a tail shown or tails shown, but they were probably just hiding it. Kitsune do have the ability to hide their tails, just not their ears. "Everyone, stay back," Coach Lana said to the class. The woman with the dark purple hair chuckled. "Your defensive reaction is cute, but we aren't interested in your class. Well, I suppose we are interested in one of them. Which one of you is Luna?" the woman asks. As Alina heard her name called out by that woman, she felt a shiver go down her spine. Alina stayed silent, not wanting to reveal herself. "Who are you, and what do you want with Alina?" Coach Lana shouts, with no intention of revealing Alina to them. "Well, if you must know, my name is Yuriko. This one on my left is Kita. The one on my right is Kagami. Alina has encountered a certain werewolf we have some business with," the woman in the middle responds. "Look, I don't know why you want Alina just because she's encountered a werewolf that you have business with, but you are not getting her, so you may as well leave." Coach Lana looks at Yuriko with hatred in her eyes and only a hint of fear. Yuriko rolls her eyes and snaps at Kagami. "Find Alina for me. I'm sure she's somewhere in this crowd," she orders Kagami. Kagami simply nods in understanding of her orders, and she takes one step closer to the class. Coach Lana signals Alina to walk away to keep her safe. Alina starts to do so, but in a blink of an eye, Kagami's gaze went to her, and before she knew it, Kagami was behind her, holding her long katana to her neck. When Kagami moved in great speed to Alina, there was little white petals in her trail that disintegrated into air as they fell. Alina was frozen in fear as she now had a katana at her throat and a seemingly powerful kitsune woman behind her. She was completely silent, not even a whimper escaped her mouth. Her facial expression, however, was of nothing but fear. "Let her go!" Coach Lana shouts. "I think we'll be keeping her. Don't worry, though. You'll get her back in one piece as long as she cooperates. Kagami, why don't you be a dear and take her through the portal?" Yuriko orders Kagami with a sinister smirk.